Some roads are not just dangerous. They feel like they were built to test whether humans should be there at all. Across the world, drivers cross mountain passes with no guardrails, bridges barely wider than a car, highways swallowed by mud, markets where trains pass inches from people, and cliff paths where one wrong step could be the last. Today we're counting down the top 9 most terrifying roads on Earth. Stay until number 1, because the final road is so narrow, so high, and so exposed that even walking across it feels like challenging gravity itself. Before we begin, tell us in the comments which scares you more: cliffs, ice, mud, or total isolation. Number 9. Tateyama Kurobe Alpine Route, Japan. This road disappears every winter under a wall of snow taller than a building. Imagine a road buried so deeply that no one can even see where it is. There are no lane markings, no visible curves, no asphalt, just an endless white mountain of snow. Then, in spring, massive snowplows carve through the frozen wall, creating a narrow corridor between towering cliffs of ice. The Tateyama Kurobe Alpine Route in Japan is famous for its great snow walls. Heavy winter snowfall can bury the route under enormous layers of snow. Crews must work for weeks to reopen it, using machines and GPS systems to find the buried road beneath the snow. In some sections, the snow walls can reach around 18 to 20 meters high, roughly the height of a 6-story building. The terrifying part is not speed, it is scale. Nature can erase the road completely. For visitors, the snow walls are spectacular. For the crews who reopen the road, it is a battle against one of the heaviest snow environments in Japan. Every year, humans have to rediscover the road before anyone can travel it again. But this road is terrifying because snow buries it. The next one is terrifying because the road itself hangs over the edge of the Himalayas. Number 8. Zoji La Pass, India. At Zoji La, the road is so narrow that meeting another vehicle can feel like a negotiation with death. High in the Himalayas, Zoji La Pass cuts across the mountains between Kashmir and Ladakh. The road clings to the slope like a gray scar, with steep rock on one side and a deep drop on the other. There are places where the edge feels too close, the surface too rough, and the sky too open. Zoji La is one of the most important routes in the region, but it is also one of the most intimidating. At more than 3,500 meters above sea level, the pass faces harsh weather, landslides, snow, mud, and dangerous narrow sections. For local drivers and military convoys, it is not an adventure attraction, it is a lifeline. The source describes sections around 3 meters wide, with steep drops and little protection. In winter, conditions can become brutal, with freezing temperatures, snowstorms, and road closures. When 2 large vehicles meet, the problem is not just driving, it is deciding who must reverse closer to the abyss. Zoji La has carried traders, soldiers, and civilians through some of the most difficult mountain terrain on Earth. It has strategic importance, but every journey across it demands patience, skill, and a strong stomach. Drivers do not just drive here, they survive the pass. But Zoji La is only the beginning of Himalayan fear. The next road is beautiful enough to fool you, until the weather turns. From the narrow edge of Zoji La, we move deeper into India's mountains, to a pass whose name itself carries a chilling warning. Number 7. Rohtang Pass, India. This road looks like a postcard, but its name is tied to death. Rohtang Pass winds through the mountains of Himachal Pradesh, surrounded by snow-covered peaks, green valleys, clouds, and sharp Himalayan air. From a distance, the road looks stunning, a silver ribbon crossing a white and green landscape. But beauty here can be deceptive. Rohtang Pass sits at nearly 4,000 meters above sea level and has long been known for harsh weather, snow, avalanches, landslides, and dangerous driving conditions. It is often only passable during certain months when the snow and weather allow vehicles through. The road is narrow, winding, and exposed. The name Rohtang is often associated with the idea of piles of dead bodies connected to travelers who historically died trying to cross the pass in severe conditions. That makes the landscape feel different. The mountains are beautiful, but the name reminds you what they have taken. For tourists, Rohtang may be a dramatic mountain journey. For local communities, it has been an important route through difficult terrain. But every season, drivers have to respect how quickly the weather can shift. One minute the road is breathtaking. The next, it can become a trap of snow, fog, and falling rock. But Rohtang is a mountain road shaped by weather. The next route is terrifying because it is a bridge that looks like it should never carry vehicles at all. From India's snowy mountains, we travel to Siberia, where crossing a river can mean driving across a wooden line with no railings. Number 6. Kuandinsky Bridge, Russia. This bridge is barely wider than a vehicle, has no guardrails, and crosses a freezing Siberian river. The Kuandinsky Bridge stretches across the Vitim River in Siberia like a thin wooden ruler laid over the water. It is long, narrow, exposed, and brutally simple. No comforting railings, no wide lanes, just old planks, cold air, and the river below. Originally connected to an unfinished railway project, the bridge became a road crossing for vehicles because the community needed a way across. But the structure was never designed to feel safe in the way a modern road bridge does. Drivers must cross slowly, carefully, and with total concentration. The bridge is roughly 570 meters long and only about 2 meters wide. In winter, the wooden surface can become icy and slippery, while strong winds sweep across the river. That means the danger is not only the narrowness, it is the combination of height, cold, wind, ice, and zero margin for error. For people in the region, this is not just a viral, scary bridge. It can be a practical route, a connection across an unforgiving landscape. The tires must stay centered, and the nerves must not break. But for a driver, every meter feels like a test. The steering wheel must stay steady. But the Kuandinsky Bridge is terrifying because it gives you almost no room. The next road gives you beauty, darkness, tunnels, and rocks that can fall without warning. From Siberia's wooden bridge, we move to Taiwan, where one of the most dramatic canyon roads on Earth was carved through marble cliffs. Number 5. Taroko Gorge Road, Taiwan. This road is so beautiful that people stop to take pictures, even though the cliffs above them can be deadly. Taroko Gorge Road winds through a massive marble canyon, with sheer walls rising high above and the Liwu River roaring below. The road slips through tunnels, curves around cliffs, and passes under rock faces that seem to lean over the vehicles. It is breathtaking and unsettling. The road through Taroko Gorge is one of Taiwan's most dramatic routes. It was carved directly into the canyon walls, creating a passage through one of the island's most spectacular landscapes. But the same geology that makes the gorge stunning also makes it dangerous. The area is vulnerable to earthquakes, rockfalls, landslides, typhoons, and unstable slopes. The source highlights the brutal construction history. Thousands of laborers worked on the road, and more than 450 people lost their lives during the project. That makes every tunnel and cliffside curve feel heavier. This road was not just built through stone. It was paid for in human life. For visitors, Taroko is an unforgettable scenic drive. For locals and road crews, it is a place where maintenance and safety are constant concerns. The canyon looks like a natural cathedral. But in bad weather, the same cathedral can become a collapse zone. But Taroko's danger falls from above. The next road terrifies people because help may be hundreds of miles away. From Taiwan's Marble Gorge, we head north to Alaska, where the road is long, empty, freezing, and almost completely unforgiving. If you had to drive one of these roads, which would you choose? The snow walls of Japan, the Himalayan passes, the Siberian Bridge, or Taroko Gorge? Drop your answer before we reach number 1. Number 4. Dalton Highway, Alaska, USA. On the Dalton Highway, the scariest thing may not be the road. It may be the silence. The Dalton Highway cuts through the Alaskan wilderness like a lonely scar across forests, tundra, mountains, and frozen emptiness. The horizon stretches for miles. Trucks appear and disappear like ghosts. In winter, the road becomes a strip of ice running through a white world. There are long distances with almost nothing, no restaurants, no hotels, no easy help. Officially known as Alaska Route 11, the Dalton Highway was built to support the Trans-Alaska Pipeline. It stretches hundreds of miles through remote wilderness. It is one of the most isolated roads in North America. The road surface can be gravel, mud, ice, or snow depending on the season. Weather changes quickly and services are extremely limited. The source describes long stretches where drivers may go hundreds of kilometers without a gas station. That means a mechanical failure is not just inconvenient, it can become a survival problem. In a normal city, a breakdown means calling help. Here, it can mean waiting in brutal cold for someone to pass. Truck drivers who use the Dalton are not just transporting goods. They are crossing a remote industrial lifeline where preparation matters. Fuel, tires, communication, and timing become serious decisions. The road teaches one lesson fast. Out here, carelessness is expensive, but the Dalton Highway is terrifying because of isolation. The next road is terrifying because the ground itself turns into a trap. From Alaska's frozen emptiness, we move to Russia, where a highway can become an ocean of mud. Number 3. Lena Highway, Russia. This road has a nickname that says everything, the highway from hell. The Lena Highway stretches through Siberia toward Yakutsk, crossing wild, remote country where weather controls everything. In summer, the surface can dissolve into mud so deep that vehicles sink like they are entering wet cement. Trucks lean sideways, cars disappear up to their doors. Traffic does not move. It waits for the road to release it. The Lena Highway is one of the most infamous roads in Russia because its surface is heavily affected by unstable ground, weather, mud, and freezing conditions. In summer, rain can turn the route into an enormous muddy corridor. In winter, the frozen surface may actually become easier to drive on. That is the strange logic of Siberia. When it freezes, the road can become usable. When it warms, it becomes a trap. The source describes traffic jams stretching for huge distances during mud season, with vehicles stuck for days. In one famous story, a pregnant woman reportedly gave birth on a bus because emergency vehicles could not get through the mud. That is when a road stops being transportation. It becomes a crisis. For people who rely on this route, the Lena Highway is not a joke or an online clip. It is part of life in one of the world's harshest regions. Supplies, vehicles, families, and workers must deal with the road's impossible moods. The most frightening thing is not always falling from a cliff. Sometimes it is being swallowed slowly by mud, with no easy escape. But Lena traps vehicles in wilderness mud. The next road runs straight through a crowded market, with a train still using it. From Siberia's mud highway, we travel to Thailand, where the danger is not isolation, but people standing inches from steel. Number 2. Maeklong Railway Market, Thailand. This may be the only place where a train passes through the middle of a market, and the market simply folds out of the way. At Maeklong Railway Market, vendors sell vegetables, fish, fruit, snacks, and daily goods directly along the railway tracks. Umbrellas and awnings stretch over the rails. Customers walk between stalls as if the tracks are just part of the floor. Then the warning comes, a whistle, a rumble, movement. Within seconds, the market transforms. The railway line still operates, passing directly through the market multiple times a day. Vendors know the schedule with incredible precision. As the train approaches, they pull back awnings, move baskets, and stand just clear of the tracks. The train passes slowly, close enough to feel unreal. Then, almost immediately, the market reopens. According to the source, the train moves through at roughly 10 to 15 kilometers per hour, passing less than a meter from onlookers and stalls. Serious accidents are rare because locals have mastered the rhythm. But for first-time visitors, the scene feels impossible. A market should not have to make room for a train, yet here, it does. For vendors, this is daily routine. Their timing, awareness, and coordination turn danger into choreography. What looks terrifying to outsiders is part of ordinary life for the people working there. That contrast makes Maeklong unforgettable. The road of danger here is not a mountain pass. It is a few inches between human life and moving steel, but Maeklong's danger moves past you. Number 1 forces you to move across danger yourself, one step at a time, above a terrifying drop. For number 1, we leave vehicles behind and climb into the mountains of China, where the road becomes a wooden plank bolted to a cliff. Number 1 is the Mount Hua Cliff Walk in China, a route so narrow, so high, and so exposed that it feels less like a road and more like a dare written across a mountain wall. High on Mount Hua in Shanxi province, stone steps climb steeply through the mountain until the path suddenly changes. The solid ground disappears, and wooden planks appear along the side of a vertical cliff. They are not wide. They are not comforting. They are narrow boards bolted into rock, suspended above a drop that makes the human body instinctively freeze. To one side, there is a sheer cliff. To the other, open air. Below, a chasm falls away into distance. The Mount Hua Cliff Walk is part of a route leading toward sacred mountain temples. The mountain has long been connected to Taoist tradition, but for modern visitors, the spiritual journey comes with a very physical fear. To cross sections of the walkway, people move along narrow wooden planks attached to the cliff face. Even with modern safety gear, the emotional experience is intense. The brain knows there is a harness. The body still sees the drop. That is the power of this place. It turns height into a psychological test. The source describes planks around 27 centimeters wide, roughly the length of a foot. That means the path can feel barely wider than the space needed to stand. And the most terrifying moment may not even be walking forward. It is meeting someone coming the other way. On a path this narrow, passing another person becomes a slow, careful act of trust. One person presses into the cliff. The other inches past. Every movement feels amplified. Every breath feels measured. Mount Hua matters because it changes what we mean by a terrifying road. It is a human path through fear, carved into a sacred mountain where courage, ritual, tourism, and danger all meet. People come here not because it is practical. They come because it tests something primal. Can you keep moving when every instinct tells you to stop? Can you trust your hands? Can you trust the chain? Can you trust the plank under your feet? That is why Mount Hua earns number 1. Because on most dangerous roads, the vehicle carries you. Here, your own feet carry you. There is no steering wheel to grip, no windshield between you and the drop. No engine to hide behind, just wood, rock, air, and the sound of your own breathing. Some roads terrify because they are long, some because they are remote, some because they are buried in snow, mud, or silence. But Mount Hua terrifies because it reduces the journey to one simple question: will you take the next step? The most terrifying roads on Earth are not all terrifying in the same way. Some hang above cliffs, some vanish under snow, some turn into mud, some run through markets. But they all reveal something powerful about human beings. We keep moving, even when the path looks impossible. From Himalayan passes and Siberian bridges to China's Mount Hua Cliff Walk, these roads remind us that danger is not always hidden. Sometimes it is right under the wheels, or right under your feet. Which road scared you the most? Would you dare to walk across number 1? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoy documentary-style rankings about extreme places, subscribe for more. In the next video, we'll explore the most dangerous bridges on Earth.